My wife keeps posting photos of how our son inherited my family's signature birthmark, but I had mine surgically removed years before we met. I was born with a port wine stain birthmark covering half my left hand. Deep red, impossible to hide, shaped like someone spilled wine across my knuckles and fingers. Kids called me Lobster Hand through middle school. I saved up for 3 years working fast food to get it laser removed when I was 19. Took 8 sessions. Cost me $4,000. Best money I ever spent. When I met Lydia 4 years ago, my hand was completely clear. Smooth skin. No trace it was ever there. I never mentioned it. She never asked. Why would I bring up something I spent years and thousands of dollars to erase? Our son Owen was born 6 weeks ago with the exact same port wine stain on his left hand. Same size. Same location. Same deep red color that looks like spilled wine. Lydia's been documenting everything online. She posts photos daily with captions like, 4 generations of men in his family have had this mark, and Owen's carrying on a beautiful tradition. She even started a support group for parents of babies with port wine stains, using our son as inspiration. She tells everyone it runs in my family, that it's a badge of honor we pass down. Here's the problem. It doesn't run in my family. I was the only one. My dad doesn't have it. My grandfather didn't have it. Nobody in 3 generations on either side has it. When Lydia started researching the genetics of port wine stains for her support group, she learned they're not hereditary. They're random vascular malformations. They don't get passed down through DNA. She called me at work last Tuesday, confused. I've been reading all these medical journals. These birthmarks aren't genetic. So how did Owen get yours? I told her maybe it was just a coincidence that these things happen. She went quiet for a long time. Then she said, but it's in the exact same spot. That feels impossible. That night, she pulled up photos from my childhood that my mom had sent her. Birthday parties, family vacations, school pictures. My hand was visible in maybe 6 photos, all from when I was very young. In every single one, my hand was either in my pocket, behind my back, or cropped out of frame. You hid it a lot, Lydia said, even as a kid. I told her I was self-conscious. She kept scrolling. The next day, she visited my mom without telling me. Asked to see old photo albums. My mom, not knowing any better, showed her everything, including my 8th grade class photo where my hand is clearly visible. Bright red birthmark covering the left side. Why did it go away? Lydia asked. My mom said, oh, he had that removed in high school. Took forever. He was so happy when it was finally gone. Lydia came home and didn't say anything for hours. Just stared at Owen's hand while he slept. Finally, she asked me directly why I never told her about the removal. I said I didn't think it mattered. It was in my past. But Owen has it now, she said, so it does matter. I didn't know what to say. She kept staring at his hand. Then she started asking about my family medical history. Called my dad. Called my aunt. Asked about birthmarks, skin conditions, vascular issues going back generations. Nobody had anything. She documented everything in a spreadsheet. Created a family tree. Every branch came up empty. Last week she was organizing old boxes and found a birthday card from her ex-boyfriend Grant. They dated for almost a year before his job relocated him to Seattle. The card was from 5 years ago before we met. It had a photo inside. Grant at a beach, hand on his hip, smiling at the camera. His left hand clearly visible, covered in a port wine stain. Identical to Owen's. Identical to mine before removal. Lydia brought the photo to me. Grant had the same birthmark. Her voice was flat. I looked at the photo. My stomach dropped. When did you last see him? I asked. She hesitated. He came back to town last March to visit his parents. We had coffee, just to catch up. You were at that work conference in Denver. Owen was born 9 months later. I asked if anything happened at that coffee meeting. She said no, but her hands were shaking. She kept looking at Owen, at Grant's photo, at Owen's hand. This is just a coincidence, she whispered. Port wine stains aren't genetic. You said so yourself. The DNA test arrived yesterday. I didn't tell her I ordered it. The results came back this morning. Probability of paternity, 0%. Lydia found the results on my computer an hour ago. She's been sitting in Owen's nursery since then, holding him, crying quietly. She hasn't said anything. Neither have I. We both know what the identical birthmark means. We both know what that coffee meeting was. We both know the timeline adds up, and I'm never getting that laser removal refunded.